All right, terrific. Well, we will go ahead and get started. So thank you everyone for joining our webinar today. We're very excited to have Kay Haggerty, and we're also very excited to have Chris Seidel with us today. Kay is going to be presenting on the Phx-Union Bioscience High School, their FAFSA completion efforts. They are actually our November 2021 Most Innovative Player for the FAFSA Challenge programs. We're very excited to award them with this awesome recognition to highlight all of their work that the district has done and all the work the high school has done as well. In addition to that, we are also highlighting College Depot, which is a strategic partner within Phx-Union. So Chris is going to be telling us all about the great resources and assistance that they offer, not only to Phx-Union high school students, but also other high school students as a public resource. But they're going to chat about this great strategic resource and partnership that have really increased FAFSA completion, not only with Bioscience High School, but also with Phx-Union. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Kay and Chris, and that way they can tell us all about the great efforts that they're doing within FAFSA completion within their district and within their community organization.
Thank you, Julie. We appreciate the warm welcome, and we welcome to all of our colleagues across metropolitan Phoenix and the state, and welcome the opportunity to have this time to shine a spotlight on Phx-Union Bioscience High School and the College Depot. So just an opening screen, being able to see some of the pictures of our beautiful Bioscience campus. And Julie did such a phenomenal job of introducing both Chris and I, but just in terms of a little bit more background, I'm in my third year as the solo counselor at Bioscience High School. I have had 8 years of counseling background in Phx-Union, and part of my job, one of the exciting parts of my job is certainly the college admissions piece, and being able to help our fine senior scholars to head to in-state public universities and liberal arts, out-of-state liberal arts and science schools across the country. We welcome our partnership with the College Depot, and handing it over to Chris to give him an opportunity to introduce himself.
Thank you. My name is Christopher Lucan Seidel. You can call me Chris. I'm the Associate Director at College Depot. I've been at College Depot since 2014, so just over 7 years now. In that role, we recently launched a program called Graduating Ready, Independent, and Tenacious, which has enrolled over 450 seniors, many of which were bio students. We'll get into that a little bit more later on. I'm also in the third year surviving of my doctorate in education, or EDD, at ASU, focusing my dissertation on summer melt.
Thank you, Chris. A busy life for sure. Before we launched into Phx-Union and College Depot specific programs, both Chris and I wanted to take a moment to thank the Arizona Commission for Post-Secondary Education for inviting us to do this presentation and to be able to highlight the tremendous programs our district and College Depot are providing to our students and families. Truly, without the Commission's support, Phx-Union would not be where we are with FAFSA completions. If you would allow just a quick story, 8 years ago, as I began my counseling journey in Phx-Union, I can still vividly remember being at Central High School, which is one of our comprehensive campuses, and sitting at the principal's conference table with Dr. April Osborne, and having her present this, this new idea of a FAFSA challenge, and trying to problem solve how we could increase FAFSA completion in the state of Arizona. So I was proud 8 years ago to be Phx-Union partnering with the Arizona Commission to do this bold initiative, this bold work to try to raise FAFSA completion, and so pleased to see it continue strongly today. So thank you to the Commission for your continued support of Phx-Union. We wanted to start off with just some of you may or may not be familiar or as familiar with Phx-Union, right? It's not, Phx-Union is not your mother's Phx-Union. We have worked hard throughout our time to improve our graduation rates, reduce dropout rates, and close the achievement gap. Diversity is a hallmark of our district. We have 81% Latino population, a large refugee population, and students in our district speak over 100 languages. We, more than half of our families come from a home where English is not the primary language spoken. We say this that we know as we look very targeted at FAFSA completion, some of the difficulties or the obstacles we need to overcome in order to increase those FAFSA numbers. Phx-Union is currently composed of over 28,000 students. We have over 4,000 staff members as a part of our district. Phx-Union comprises 11 large comprehensive campuses, currently 8 small specialty schools. So Bioscience High School falls under a specialty schools label. That includes, in the small specialty, it includes our Phx Digital. And we are excited to welcome in a new small school next year, which will be Phx-Union City. We also have 3 specialty micro schools. For those of you who aren't familiar, micro schools are housed on our comprehensive campuses. And within the larger, it provides an opportunity for a micro school to offer specialized instruction, but be able to have all of the amenities of a comprehensive campus. So we'll also introduce some of those micro schools in today's presentation as well. Our village, right? It's the lead screen said. It takes a village to get students and families through the FAFSA process. Our village really begins with our superintendent, Dr. Chad Guston. His leadership, he lives and breathes the Phx-Union mission, which is preparing every student for success in college, career, and life. He believes in this, and he puts our tremendous human potential, human power, and our financial backing into helping schools in our district to provide college and career readiness. And without his support, we would not have the success that we are with college and career readiness and FAFSA completion. I cannot do the job that I do at Bioscience without the support of my principal, Dr. Holly Batzel. She provides me with campus level support, financial support when I need it, and probably most important for me in my job, she gives me the freedom to dream big dreams for college admission and college readiness, and helps me find ways to support that. So having the strong leader at the campus level has been vital to our success here at Bioscience. When we move from our district level to our continued district level and campus level, this becomes our Phx-Union Bioscience team who help put on college readiness FAFSA events and promote the FAFSA at the campus level across our district. So I want to, in this, highlight the different positions. And I'm wondering if any of your school districts have similar positions, because I think if I am asked, like, what was the pivotal change in Phx-Union that made or helped increase our numbers, it would be the addition of these two positions in Phx-Union. So I want to highlight first Dolores Ramirez there in the center. She is our Phx-Union's post-secondary articulation specialist. So when I say that Dr. Guston provided financial backing, this was a key role that was placed in our district that really changed the face of FAFSA completions. So this was a centralized role that helped to focus or centralize our personnel in terms of our district personnel and our community partnerships to be able to help put on college and career readiness programs and FAFSA programs. So it was a central hub or a central person who was in charge of coordinating those assets. If any of you know Dolores, Dolores is a force of nature and is so extremely talented and visionary. She just has helped not only Bioscience High School to excel, but all of our schools across the district. Equally important as a small school counselor is the small school counselor's mentor. As many of you know, right, a counseling job, you have to know a little bit of everything in order to do your job. And having specifically a small schools mentor who helps say, here's all the things that you're going to need to know, and we're going to support you with that, including how to do the FAFSA, how to run the FAFSA. This was a key role. This position in our district helped to combine for small schools, combine our resources into a larger block. So we were able to get more programming, get more support as a group of small schools, rather than just talking about bioscience specific or one small school. So that position in our district has been vital. And Terry Haggerty has done a phenomenal job of bringing us all together. And then of course, rounding out our team, the campus level counselor. So I'm the bioscience school counselor. Access ASU is also a key partner in our district. So Access ASU helped provide FAFSA support throughout. Really, it was vital throughout, particularly the pandemic. They helped us with Zoom access and presenting on the digital platform. So we can't underscore the assistance that Access ASU played. And FAFSA success would not happen without our community partners. They are an integral part of our village and are helping seniors across our district be able to complete those FAFSAs and connect to financial aid. So we certainly today with Chris, we celebrate and thank College Depot for all the wonderful programs that they provide to help our families complete the FAFSA. I also wanted to highlight Aliento. While we talk about FAFSA, we also always, as we are presenting these programs, want to help our undocumented students, and Aliento has been a phenomenal partner in helping to provide services for that. Chris, anything to add here on College Depot and our partnership here?
Not that I can't bring up in a later slide.
Okay,
So
thank you. Moving on into our campus level. So Bioscience, we are absolutely blessed by location. We're located in the heart of downtown in the biomedical research district that is growing. We have construction going on all around us. We are a short walk to the downtown campuses of ASU, U of A, NAU. We are rich in the arts history. We're right next to the Roosevelt Row, so we have a rich arts community as well. We love where we are, and we love the community support in our neighborhood that are the businesses and entities provide to us within our neighborhood. We are a public all honors STEM magnet school. We focus on engineering and biomedical science. Our students graduate with 6 years of science courses. Our percentage, about 84% of our graduates enter directly to a 4-year school, 14% go directly to a 2-year community college. And typically we have 1 to 2 graduates enlist in military service. As we look, we are a college prep focused school. We have hands-on problem-based curriculum using real issues to engage our students. Our secret to success, our key to success is that we believe it's a 4-year journey. As we look at college and career readiness as a 4-year journey. And we not only prepare our students, but we prepare our parents all 4 years for the college application campaign and FAFSA. We have approximately Bioscience has approximately 70% of our seniors are first generation college students, and many of them come from low earning households. So you can see a little bit of our ethnic breakdown and our facts. Right now, our student enrollment is at 379 across our 4 grade levels. So what we do at our school works for us. We are really proud of the amazing accomplishments our students have achieved. We've had tremendous success in being able to get students into the universities, the public universities and private universities here in Arizona, but also out of state. We were awarded the National Blue Ribbon School, a National Blue Ribbon Award in 2020. We were, Bioscience really celebrated, as well as Phx-Union celebrated that award. But what we do works for us, and we hope to continue with a strong, program. So as I said, the key to success for us is that it's a 4-year journey. So we lay out a comprehensive counseling curriculum throughout the 4 years to help build college and career readiness toward the senior year and getting our students ready for the college application campaign and FAFSA completion in the senior year. So as we look breaking this down, as we look at what our freshmen and sophomore and how, so as we begin here, we cannot do what we do at Bioscience. We cannot do what we do without the help of College Depot. They are literally embedded into our so many of our programs. So in our freshman and sophomore year, we begin with student and parent orientations. My principal really backs us in this and is a strong presence at both our parent and student orientations. I'm given time, my staff gives me time for quarterly ECAP presentations in freshman and sophomore years. So that includes not only myself with college and career readiness, but also our social worker provides social emotional presentations, and Access ASU helps round that out with academic presentations. We also highlight the College Board, Raise.me, which is their first, I think for freshmen, their first opportunity to really look at how financial aid impacts the college journey. And we introduce them to Zello, our career development software that Phx-Union uses. We also provide opportunities for families to learn college and career readiness. We partner with Access ASU through the Dream Academy to give parents the opportunity to learn more. And we pick up with the College Depot. Our students participate in College Depot summer programs with those. Chris, do you want to wait and talk about summer programs, or would you like to? Okay. Chris will address summer programs and what's offered here in just a moment. After we move through 9th and 10th grade, we further go into depth in 11th grade and really hit home on trying to deepen student and family awareness of the college admissions process. College Depot is vital in this. We introduce our students to the scholarship database, College Depot's YouTube resources that are available 24/7 to our students, and again, push summer programs where College Depot partners with Phx-Union to provide really focused programming for our juniors. That focused programming includes our ACT test prep. College Depot hosts when pre-pandemic would literally give us a facility to host ACT test prep in the month of June, and provide us a virtual platform is when we needed it last year. So ACT test prep, and again, my staff allows me to go in each quarter to do a presentation, an ECAP presentation to the juniors. So each of those presentations emphasizes financial aid and the FAFSA. At the senior level, we support FAFSA success through Phx-Union and College Depot summer programs, the ACT prep. We have a program called Lift Off to College, which our college application campaign is embedded in that. But we ask our seniors for 1 week time to focus on college admissions, and we take them through we take them through college information, college application. We try to finish the in-state public university applications during our Liftoff to College event. Our seniors take part in a college and career readiness class. So this has been vital. This has been vital to our success in getting our students to college and to FAFSA completion. So it's through the college and career readiness class. We abbreviate that with calling it CCR. It's through that CCR class that they have access to college and university partners who also emphasize the importance of FAFSA. That CCR class is open to multiple schools across the district. So we're seeing a raise in success in our numbers, I think in part through this class. We hold an annual FAFSA event. Pre-pandemic, that event was always partnered with College Depot. They gave us a home to house our event. In the pandemic year, ASU graciously offered to host our virtual event. Other programs that were vital to our seniors were the College Depot Grit program and the College Depot College Palooza, which I know Chris here in just a moment is going to highlight those programs. But particularly with the Grit program, that gave our bioscience seniors the opportunity to have a one-on-one advisor help them through the college admissions process. So even with the college and career readiness class, being able to have that additional advisor has helped more of our students in these very difficult times be ready. They're ready with their college admissions and financial aid in large part because of the Grit program. We have a phenomenal district website that emphasizes college and career readiness. We call it Your Future. So the district puts resources, financial resources, into having someone keep this updated. So our post-secondary articulation specialist really makes certain that this website is maintained and updated frequently. And it is a resource that we utilize and point students toward from freshman year through senior year. So our students and families are very familiar with it as a place. If you've got a college and career question, this is where you go. So I wanted to highlight this page in particular. Our seniors know that this is where they can go to get FAFSA help. So we identify that Phoenix small schools utilize College Depot for FAFSA support. Our large schools, our large comprehensive campuses have Be a Leader. They have a Be a Leader assistants on their campus who will come and meet with students directly on campus. So Phx-Union has been so fortunate to have the partnership with both of those programs. Chris, I wanted to give you an opportunity to highlight the many amazing programs that College Depot offers for students across the district.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you again. For those who don't know, College Depot at Phoenix Public Library is a free college access center located in the heart of downtown, not too far away from Bioscience, actually. This is a screenshot of our website. So we do the best we can, especially the past couple of years, to make sure that all of the resources that we have, that we make available to our students at our center, are also available on our website. So much of the things that have been referenced, and then I'm going to kind of go through real quick here. You can, if you go to our website, it's phoenixpubliclibrary.org/College Depot, or if you just Google or Bing us, we'll just put College Depot and then we'll pop up. But you can find everything there, including information. We're going to highlight Grit. We're going to also talk about our summer programming. And then we also have a fantastic YouTube channel that has grown over this past year, which has placed an emphasis on highlighting various scholarships that have deadlines each month. And you can find our scholarships and all of that right here. So again, phoenixpubliclibrary.org/College Depot. And this is the magic behind everything, our wonderful and amazing team at College Depot. So you can see us all the way there from the left to the right. And this is basically everybody who makes everything happen in person. We are still limited in person on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but also virtually we're able to provide assistance with workshops, FAFSA labs, and also one-on-one appointments virtually via Microsoft Teams or over the phone. So some of the, again, like our bread and butter service is, of course, one-on-one appointments. So helping students with basically anything and everything that has to do with post-secondary access, admissions, college planning, financial aid. And students can get that assistance by setting up an appointment. You can see right there, tiny.cc/C request. We have just a little form the student can fill out, and they'll get an email or a phone call to set up an appointment. And so additionally, as you mentioned, so our standard services, the one-on-one appointments, but we launched GRIT, College Depot GRIT, or Graduating Ready, Independent, and Tenacious, in the fall of 2020. So with everything going on in the world, lots of uncertainty, one thing that we knew we could do was support our seniors and make sure that they had, what they needed throughout the year. So we launched, sorry, I just got a little caught up. I never cried on a meeting, but so we launched College Depot GRIT. Basically, the goal was, sorry, it's just hit me right now. The goal was to make sure that students had an advisor to walk them through all of the steps throughout the year. I'm sorry. Yeah, can you take it? I'm sorry.
I can.
This has never happened to me before.
Let me take that. So this has been a vital program for Bioscience. We are blessed in proximity to the College Depot, and I think after a long pandemic year, our students were happy to get an opportunity to go back to the library and sometimes be able to head directly to the College Depot. But GRIT has helped Bioscience seniors to forge a relationship with an advisor. It's a safe place for our seniors to ask, particularly our first generation seniors, to ask questions about college and career readiness. So while I think we're doing a really good job as the school counselor preparing our Bioscience seniors, the GRIT program has just been phenomenal at being icing on the cake, as you will, to just surround our students with support to get any questions answered. To get any questions answered around college admissions.
Thank you, and I do apologize. So basically, the design of GRIT is to pair high school seniors with one of our amazing advisors, and they can kind of create an individualized, personalized senior plan, and then they stick with them throughout the senior year through the summer to make sure that they're able to have the support that they need with all of their admissions, financial aid, and then general college planning. So you can go to tiny.cc/CD GRIT for students to find out more. You can see on our website, and I do apologize for that. Okay, next. So also, the topic here, of course, is FAFSA. And so our GRIT advisors are able to assist with students in their FAFSA, but we also have FAFSA small groups. So rather than, in the past, our move was basically to have these massive FAFSA completion, events in our wonderful auditorium, in our digital classroom, workshop room, all of that. Clearly, we don't want to do that. So we've just spread them out over, throughout the year. So every Wednesday and Saturday from October all the way through, we're heading now into January. Every Wednesday and Saturday, students are able to call and set up to get an individual assistance in these small groups, so we keep them under 10. And then, of course, if you go to if you go to YouTube and then put College Depot, will pop up. So every month, heading into January, on our scholarship page, like we draw from a database of over 800 scholarships, and so that can be somewhat daunting. It's almost like too much, right? Where it's just too much. So every month we try to have a fun little 3 to 5 minute video that highlights 3 different scholarships that have deadlines that month. And so it's just kind of a fun way to help students like have a place to start, like to know, like here's at least 3, and then they can kind of build their search from there. So if you go to our YouTube channel, check that out. You can also see the 3 we highlighted in December. If you like and subscribe, then you will get alerts every month when those come out.
Thank you, Chris. That was a really good overview of the College Depot programs. So as we as we look at what does Bioscience do with regard to their FAFSA. So we do have a FAFSA Fiesta every year. That one of the key, I think one of the key things to success is that we try to maintain that date every year. So it remains the same each year. So that helps us to publicize that the idea of the FAFSA Fiesta throughout all 4 years of the high school experience, not only to our students, but to our parents, that they know this is when at Bioscience, this is when the FAFSA happens. We notify our parents well in advance via school messenger and social media. We prepare our seniors through that college and career readiness class for what's coming, right? So by the time that we have our FAFSA Fiesta, our students have looked at a sample FAFSA. We have gone through checklists. Our students and parents know what they need to be successful in completing the FAFSA. College Depot is a vital partner in our Tier 1 FAFSA outreach. College Depot runs the FSAID workshop through the entire month of September for students and parents. So for Bioscience seniors, College Depot ran a workshop, FSAID workshop multiple times actually during our CCR class. So seniors had the opportunity while in school, while in class, to finish that FSAID, and in turn then could help a parent apply for an FSAID. But in the event that they didn't or weren't able to help their parent, we had a way of, we messaged to our parents that they could turn to a College Depot workshop to get that important element done. We definitely utilized incentives. So pre-pandemic, the FAFSA Fiesta was connected to tacos, and food is always, as many of you know, food is always a big pull for students. So the idea of eating tacos and doing their FAFSA, it was the tacos, I think, that motivated the students. We had to get a little bit more inventive as the pandemic hit. So gift cards, some things along that route that were easier incentives to give out during the pandemic time. We also tried to motivate in this Tier 1. We also tried to motivate our seniors through updating them with the percentage of completed FAFSAs weekly. Chris, do you want to add anything about the FSAID workshops before we head on?
Yeah, key success just heading into October was, and this was really Dolores Ramirez, amazing work, and we just partnered with her, in terms of staff and everything. But having, I believe it was daily FSAID completion workshop. So we knew we were going to have to, everybody, district knew that it was going to be necessary to do FAFSA, in a virtual environment for the most part. And so that's difficult to do if students don't already have their FSAID. So we partnered with Phx-Union, or should I say, they partnered with us to support and have just regular FSAID virtual labs. Students can come in, we'd walk them through that. Usually, I mean, it can be simple, but it can also be really hard, depending on, the student's preparation. So that helped to lead into what would be our second consecutive year of most FAFSA completions. So it was very helpful.
Thank you, Chris. So from here, as we think about Tier 2, right, we were blessed with the data that the Post-Secondary Commission provides us. So, after our initial event, we dig into the data and try to do focused, targeted intervention to the students and families who most need it. So for us, Tier 2, our Tier 2 intervention was targeted on our no match students. For our district, the complete, incomplete, if a student is incomplete, it means that they're missing, or that a parent signature page, a printed parent signature page has not yet been processed. So we know that complete, incomplete, and partial match all combine to give us our completion numbers for Bioscience. So we're really trying to target in tier 2, we're targeting the no match students. We also utilize the azmeta.org. So they provide snapshots of completion rates for Phx-Union. So this chart or this graph helps inform us as well. We have found, particularly with our student population, this one has been the most motivating for ease, for ease of seeing where we are with regard to the other schools in our district. So we utilize that data for tier 2, and our tier 2 is a senior advisor in CCR. So we set up individual conferences with each of our no match students with a senior advisor. So that could be a senior grade level teacher, myself, support staff who are familiar with the FAFSA process. So we would talk to those individual seniors about, what's holding you, right? We've had the event and you weren't able to complete the FAFSA. What's holding you back from doing that? And just being really listening to what the student level obstacles are and seeing how we can help free them, or free the path for them to get to FAFSA completion. We utilized our Phx-Union Your Future website to show where they could get FAFSA support. And we encourage students to sign up for FAFSA virtual one-on-one appointments with the College Depot, or using College Depot's small group in-person workshop if they wanted an in-person experience. And while I'm saying we encouraged, that often looked like, while the student was sitting with me, I would say, hey, let's pull out your phone. Let's pull out your phone right now. Here's the College Depot number. Let's get the appointment. So it was just that like a little bit of hand holding to say, you've got to get this done. You're right. It's going to be okay. You've got to get this done. Let's make the appointment. And sometimes that's all it took, was just that additional assistance to get that one-on-one appointment. Again, we would approach looking at the data that's available to identify who are our tier 3. So after that, after interventions where we had those one-on-one conferences with the students, we help them to schedule a one-on-one appointment with College Depot. If they still were not able to complete their FAFSA, this is where we targeted our parent phone calls. So we had both English and Spanish speaking support staff call our parents with no match and talk about, okay, why is the FAFSA important? How does it help your senior student? And again, try to just be a listener to what are the obstacles in this family's way. So one factor that we have found is that oftentimes families need tax help or tax help resources. So free tax help resources are also available on our Phx-Union Your Future website. And so that's one that we utilize often and has been very helpful in clearing the way of obstacles for our families. And again, in that phone call, we walk parents through the sign up for a College Depot one-on-one FAFSA, either the workshop or the one-on-one appointment. So we really try to stay on the line while the parent takes that action to sign up for an appointment. I truly could not do tier 3 without my tremendous support staff, my front office staff, who are just willing. They are willing to go all out to make these calls. So I'm very appreciative of the support that I get at campus level to make that happen. And Chris, if I don't know if you had anything else to add about the one-on-one or the small group appointments, but so I invite you to go ahead and share, and then we'll head to Q&A.
No, nothing to add. We'll have my contact info at the end. So if anybody does have a question or would like to know more, they can shoot me an email.
Terrific. Thank you
And
both.
Julie, we'll go ahead and have you take it away.
Yeah, so we do have some questions that came in. So we'll go ahead and address those. Terry, thank you so much for addressing the questions in the chat. very detailed and helpful. So I really appreciate that. But we do have a question that says that they'd like to know more about your partnering with Alento to support your students. So any additional information you can provide on that would be great. And then we can go to the next question after.
We are fortunate that at Bioscience, we have current senior students who are also very engaged with Aliento for community service, but they're an organization that helps undocumented students to connect to resources that will help them with financial aid toward their college experience. So I think what was key for us was getting, making that lead connection and following up with a phone call. I know Terry Haggerty's on the call as well. Terry was instrumental as our small schools counselor mentor and to engage with Aliento and ask for support in workshops. So it was that reach out from Phx-Union to Aliento that started that partnership to have them come in. And our students are familiar, like I said, our students are familiar with that program.
Perfect. And then the next question referred to a little bit further in the beginning of the presentation, but how do you get buy-in from teachers to allow you to do classroom lessons? What strategies did you use?
Thank you for that question. I do acknowledge that I am very, very blessed with a supportive staff. I think it became undeniable to our staff. And on one of the screens, I shared our accomplishments in the presentation today. I shared our accomplishments in terms of where we have been able to get students in terms of colleges and universities across the nation. Our staff, right? Our staff year after year we had history of this is when we do this, when we support one another, these are the good things that happen for our students. So it was in part the counselors before me at Bioscience and myself, we have tried to continue to communicate with the staff our successes and why we are doing what we're doing. But I think it's our success record in saying, if you give us this time, here's what, as a school community, what we can provide for our students. They've paved the way. They've opened up for us. So in this case, my word of advice would be communication. The more communication, the more evidence that you can showcase in staff meetings or in communication. I think the more help, the more help it will be. I will say I've also counseled on comprehensive campuses, right? Bioscience is a small school, so that equates to a smaller staff. I think the challenge is greater on a comprehensive campus that has a larger staff to get that buy-in, but it begins across the board. It begins with communication.
Awesome. All right, and the next question is for Kay. How do you utilize counseling peer interns to nudge students?
We've developed a program in our senior year. Our seniors are required to do a 200-hour capstone internship. So some of the seniors find it easier or want to stay on campus to do that internship. So we train senior students, so the senior peer interns in the college going process. So we train them ahead of what they're going to need to know. We assign them a small group of peers that then they meet regularly with that small group of peers and act as a bridge, like a bridge of information that they can help. Sometimes our students, our senior students, especially coming off the pandemic year, were more comfortable approaching another peer with a question than they were approaching me as the counselor. So it was through that, it was through the peer intern that oftentimes the peer intern was able to answer a question, but if they couldn't, the peer intern could turn around and ask me and be able to provide an answer to the student, which which in turn gave that student more confidence to ask more questions. So we have definitely benefited from having peer interns, having their resource, and it just helps us to ensure that we're reaching every single student with college and career readiness.
Awesome. And Chris, it seems that some of these peer interns go into AmeriCorps positions at College Depot. Thank you, Terry, for the setup there for the question.
Yeah, so a key component of College Depot has been over the years, and especially with Grit, has just been AmeriCorps. So we run on AmeriCorps, and typically all of our AmeriCorps are current college students, whether working on their undergraduate or graduate degree. And this past year, I reached out to Terry to see if there are any students that she had worked with in the past that are, might be interested in an AmeriCorps position. And she sent me a very detailed list. And so I reached out and contacted them. And 3 of them, were former bio students. And I think the last I looked, about a third of our Grit students are from Bioscience. So it's just really nice for our, Grit advisors, some of our Grit advisors who were former bio students who are currently in college, to be able to make that connection with students. And from that, just like it's that near peer element, I guess, our AmeriCorps helps to provide that.
And Chris, another question is, so College Depot has, partnerships with Phx-Union district. Are there any other districts or individual high schools that you partner with at all?
Yeah, we actually had hosted a virtual FAFSA lab for Paradise Valley last night. So that was great. And we've worked with them over the years as well. I think that, being embedded right in the heart of Phoenix, it puts us in the heart of the Phx-Union High School District. So, it's natural partnerships there. But yes, we work with, we're a public entity within the city of Phoenix. And so we love to work with all of our partners and schools and districts in the area.
Terrific. Well, any other questions, feel free to go ahead and type them in, or you can put them in the Q&A section, either way. But I think we addressed all of the questions, and definitely a lot of material to go over. Kay, thank you so much for sharing all of the FAFSA initiatives that are happening at the district level with Phx-Union, and then at the high school level. Definitely love the idea of breaking the students, basically the work down into different tiers, just to kind of funnel down to that one-on-one support. And definitely thank you to Chris for providing information on College Depot and the partnership. I know the work that you and your team do is absolutely amazing, and the partnership statewide. We just couldn't do it without you guys. So if there's anything that anybody would like to ask, we will stay on for the next couple minutes here. And then we'll go ahead and, end the webinar if there's nothing else. They do have their contact information here. So if you have any questions for Kay or for Chris, definitely email them. We'll also email out the recording as well from today. So if you have any of your colleagues who weren't able to make it to the actual live session today, we'll also have it posted on the AZ FAFSA Challenge website. And then we'll share out the slides as well. So in case there's anything that you missed or that you want to, cover, you can have that information there. And then I know we have some questions coming in from the chat in regards to Diana Mateer. Dan, I know you're on the webinar, so I'm not sure if you want to join in. I think you should just be able to go ahead and unmute, or you can put something in the chat. Either way, I know Diana is a big help within College Depot. She's our financial aid guru. If you ever have any questions that you're not sure of, Diana is the statewide go-to person, I like to call her. So definitely want to give a shout out to Diana and all of her skills there, especially assisting all students, and Chris and Judy and the team really appreciate everything that you guys do and continue to do. Yeah.
Here I am.
There she is. All right.
Sorry about that. I was trying to unmute myself. Yes, I am here. I am Diana Mateer, and probably the easiest way to reach me at College Depot is through the email that Terry Haggerty shared. I am happy to help you no matter where you live, although most of College Depot's work is within the city of Phoenix. None of you is excluded or are immune to me. So if you do have questions, please email me and I will get back with you within 24 hours or maybe even 24 minutes.
Thank you so much, Diana.
Thanks for the shout out, Julie.
Yeah. And we have Judy on the line too, so we can unmute Judy too if Judy wants to say a few words. Yes, Diana is speedy and amazing. So definitely want to give a shout out to Diana. But any other information or items that Chris or Kay that you'd like to share at all with the group before we conclude the webinar today?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were going to go first, Kay. Yeah, no, just really genuinely appreciate everybody's time. Looking forward to working with anybody who may have interest. So please feel free to reach out to me, christopher.seidel@phoenix.gov, and we can set something up.
And thank you for giving your time today to allow us to spotlight the tremendous things that Bioscience High School and Phx-Union are doing. So we appreciate your time and wish all of you a tremendous holiday, holiday season with your families.
Perfect. Everyone have a great day and have a great holiday season. Thank you so much.